What's driving markets? Welcome to Market Take. Each week, we'll bring you our insights on the latest market and economic trends that are impacting investments. I'm your host, Natalie Gill, portfolio strategist at the BlackRock Investment Institute. This week, we discuss our investment views through the lens of our Q4 Outlook update. We stay risk-on heading into Q4, guided by a positive near-term macro picture. Market choppiness shows why having an investment anchor is key. Market narratives have flipped this year, from an artificial intelligence revolution to concerns about big tech spending, and from recession fears to comfort in the US economy's resilience. We think the market's current pricing of deep rate cuts reflects misplaced expectations for a typical business cycle, not a world shaped by supply constraints. We see recession fears as overblown. Employment is still rising, cooling inflation is allowing the Federal Reserve to cut interest rates, and growth is not slowing sharply. We see this resilience reflected in corporate earnings strength expanding beyond the tech sector. We broaden our AI overweight to sectors beyond tech that are supporting the AI build-out, including energy, utilities, real estate, and industrials. Yet in the long term, we see megaforces or structural shifts like demographic divergence adding to inflation pressures and macro uncertainty. In a supply-driven regime, long-term bonds don't reliably buffer against risk asset volatility, as seen since the pandemic. We find quality and income in European short-term credit on less tight spreads. We think European government bond yields better reflect our policy rate expectations than in the US. Globally, we stay nimble, given the upcoming US election, geopolitical flare-ups, and major policy shifts. For example, we trimmed our Japanese equity overweight due to the drag on earnings from a stronger yen and mixed policy signals from the Bank of Japan. Here's our market take. We stay risk-on heading into Q4. We use our investment framework based on understanding the new regime of supply constraints as an anchor in volatile markets. For details, read our weekly market commentary. Go to www.blackrock.com/weekly-commentary. Thank you for tuning in. If you've enjoyed this episode, subscribe to Market Take wherever you get your podcasts.
This material is intended for informational purposes only and does not constitute investment advice, a recommendation, or an offer or solicitation to purchase or sell any securities, funds, or strategies to any person in any jurisdiction in which an offer, solicitation, purchase, or sale would be unlawful under the securities laws of such jurisdiction. The opinions expressed are as of the date of publication and are subject to change without notice. Reliance upon information in this material is at the sole discretion of the listener. Investing involves risks. BlackRock does and may seek to do business with companies covered in this podcast. As a result, listeners should be aware that the firm may have a conflict of interest that could affect the objectivity of this podcast. For more information, visit blackrock.com